Hi guys, welcome to my first live. Not even sure if it's broadcasting, just like everybody else who does it the first time. I have no idea if it's working. Unfortunately, my buddy Connor isn't going to be able to make it. He's at his kid's birthday party. Sad excuse, right? Just kidding. So, how you doing tonight? Anybody out there? Am I talking to myself? All right, so I was going to do kind of a book haul today and show a few books. My book haul for November, actually. I'm joined by my wife, Heather, because, well, in case nobody shows up, I'll have somebody to talk to, right? And I'm going to have myself a little drink and enjoy Saturday night. I'm going to start with my chocolate after midnight chocolate porter. I have one left. I figure I might as well finish it off. Hey, how you doing? Scott is here from sunny Southern California. And Shuffle Boils here. How you doing? Hello, Fawn. How you doing? I'm glad you could stop by. Goat Man. Duncan, how you doing today? Sephiros, my friend. Glad you could make it. And of course, Jake. Can't have it isn't a party until Jake shows up. All right. Read books, pet dogs, and listen to metal. Thank you, Fawn. What else we got? Alex, good evening. Hope everyone has something to drink tonight. And we can take a look at some books. Cheers if you're here. All right. If anybody has anything good to drink, be sure to share it with me. All right. My Vanna White, thank you. I did pick up, I've been trying to collect some more Wilkie Collins, and so I picked up The Woman in White, a nice classic edition. Nice hardcover. Very pretty. Nice text. Lovely little edition if I'm going to read an old school book. Nice way to do it. Does have some illustrations in here somewhere. Don't know where. But anyway, yeah, so I picked up Moonstone, and now I picked up The Woman in White. So that's Wilkie Collins' two best known books. And these are from the late 1800s, but I hear they're still good. So I'm going to finally get to reading some of them. Let's see. You even hear of a beer with a dog on it? Well, I don't know if that's a dog. It's a kind of a gremlin. Great movie, though, by the way. Let's see, Scott. How you doing, party like Keith Love Dogs Party? Well, my dogs are around here somewhere. Well, they just went out. They'll be back in a minute.
I think it's just now. I think they went in now.
You're drinking chocolate milk, 2 years sober on January 1st. All right, Alex. That's nothing wrong with that. That's great. That's awesome. Thank you. Stay with it. A mug of hot tea. That works too. Slipping on some clear crystal Mountain Dew, mountain water. Hey, whatever works, right? Doesn't have to be booze. Thank you. Yes, Alex, great job. Absolutely. I'm doing it because, well, I haven't had a drink in a few weeks. It's been an incredibly difficult week, and it's my first live, and I'm a little nervous. So a little drink won't hurt. It's beer anyway. I'll save the bourbon for later. I don't want to get sloppy. All right. Yeah. Another classic, Jack London's The Iron Heel, his only real sci-fi book. This is the same guy who wrote White Fang. And yeah, he did a science fiction book. Looks very political though, doesn't it? But Lost Book Project version. This is new illustrated. I believe it is edition they just came out with. And again, there's not a lot of illustrations in here, but there are a few. But I've never read this Jack London. I do like Jack London. I thought it's a nice nice version to pick up and start with. I don't know if anybody else has ever read it, but it seemed like a good idea to me. Uh, Thank you, Alex. Hey, I'm sorry you're sick, Duncan. You do what you got to, though. Nothing wrong with that. Hey, Tim, how you doing? Who are you people? How you doing, Tim? Nice to see you. I haven't talked to you in a while. Which one? Yeah, I got those off the internet. These are basically like Amazon orders or similar. Tim has indeed arrived. Another barbarian in the house. We got a couple wizards. Sephiros is here, so we got some wizards. It's nice to see the wizards come visit the barbarians for a change.
How about Black Mask?
All right. We got Street Wolf from Black Mask. The Stories of Frederick Neville. I just picked up another Frederick Neville book, a nice old hardcover, and I love the Black Mask books. So I'm collecting some of these. There isn't a lot out there, but there's enough to make me squeal when I look at my wallet. But yeah, this is the entire stories or a collection of Frederick Neville Black Mask stories. Very cool. Yes. Yeah, he stared right at you. I see that. A little bit. He got moved to the background, so he's mad. As you can see, the dogs are walking around. They don't come in when I'm filming, except when they have to go out. But yes, the Willie Togderson Jr. That one, yes. But as soon as Heather's in here, they have to be where Mom is. They are definitely Mama's babies. Does Heather's taste in some of these books overlap with yours?
Some of them, yes.
Some of them. Yeah, we do read some of the same things, not exactly, but she doesn't read a lot of the things that a lot of people expect her to. She's not into you're not into like romance and the romantic.
No, definitely not the romance. I've actually stopped reading a couple of series because they started to turn into romance, and I was like, nope, I'm done.
Yeah, she's very much into like supernatural thrillers. Well, thank you, Fawn. I appreciate that. It's my first time, so if I screw up, don't be too hard on me. And if you're interested, we are working on something where a few of our other booktubers are getting together with me, hopefully next Saturday night, to do an intercontinental show from around the globe. No imposters tonight. I'm just glad you're here, Sephiros. No matter which version of you's here.
How about Forged by Fire?
All right. Just continuing into diving into my military sci-fi books. I picked up the second Buzzer War book, Forged by Fire, by Kevin Eikenberry. I used to read a lot of this. I'm huge into popcorn sci-fi. I've been talking about that a lot lately. And I've been watching Burn Enough's channel, and he keeps inspiring me to pick up more. So when I started reading it, I started really enjoying it. So I've been picking up some more military sci-fi. This is book 2 in that series. And it's all wrapped in plastic for my protection. And yeah, here's Kit came to say hi. Because Mom's here. Like I said, they're all obsessed with Mom. She hasn't read no, Scott, she hasn't read the G8 stuff, but I have enough of them where maybe I'll get her to read some of them. Oh, yes, Fawn, yes, it is my first time. I am now, I'm no longer a live stream virgin, I guess. Mm-hmm. I've been on other people's channels, but I've never run one. So, like I said, please be patient. Doesn't look very sci-fi. What? No, you didn't think so?
Forged by Fire? looks more like World War II type.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. It does have a bit of a modern military look to it, but I guess it's more modern military invading another planet. So we're still, maybe we're just behind the aliens. I don't know. I don't know much about the series. I just picked up the first two. I will hopefully read it soon. Yes. Fawn says hi, Kit.
He's like, what? Somebody said hi to you?
Yes, Doggo. There's 3 of them around here.
The princess is probably on the couch sleeping.
Yeah, the princess, Kira, she doesn't show much. She goes and hides in her corner until she wants something. Kit's all over the place. He's the most active one. You'll see him a lot. You kid? All right. Hey, Jim's here. Everybody say hello to my buddy Jim.
Hi, Jim.
Nice to see you in any aspect here. I'm glad to have you. No, I do not blame them for being obsessed with Mom. Hey, Jim, we miss you being here in the house with us. So, get better soon, please. Levi, the outlaw Levi Wallace. Hello. I'm just glad you showed up. Thank you for showing up. Heather, this is my wife, Fawn. This is my wife,
Hi.
Heather. 36 years. She's still with me. Tell her to blink if she needs help. Jim says hi.
Hi, Jim.
All right, what else do we have?
We have help. I am being held prisoner.
The timing on that was great. Donald E. Westlake's. This is
hint.
another hard case crime book. I've been collecting these. So this is Help, I'm Being Held Prisoner. Jailed for a Joke. That might not be funny for long. Oh, Princess showed up. Yeah, so I am collecting the hard case crime books. I have way too many of them now. And hopefully I'll be able to do a deeper dive into those next year as I start reading them. But yeah, and Donald Westlake, he's supposed to be one of the great ones, and I can't wait to find out. I haven't really read much by him, so I got a bunch of his books now that I'm going to have to get into next year. You love the hard case crime books too. Yeah, I've just started. I've been collecting them for a while, and I read the Stephen King ones first. That's where I first got into it, and then I started picking up others, and I'm really enjoying them for the most part. Even I just read one that was not really that good. It was kind of an afterthought book they republished, and even that I kind of enjoyed, even though it wasn't great. So yeah, this is a series I definitely want to get more into. Next year, I'm going to be exploring a lot more of the crime and the hard-boiled and the noir. So there'll be a lot more of that coming up on the channel. Call emergency services. You need emergency? Do you need help?
I'm being held prisoner.
Sephiroth says your hair is cool.
Thanks.
It's a funny story behind that, actually. She dyed her hair to be R2-D2 for Halloween, and she kind of she used the rest of the dye, and it hasn't washed out yet. But I don't know if it's a cool story, but it's a story.
Well, that's how it started.
Yeah.
It's fading. It used to be brighter, which is what I really liked, but it's fading now.
Westlake is good. My favorite this year has been Lawrence Block. Yeah, I picked up a bunch of the Lawrence Block. I have more coming. I'll probably end up with most of the hard case crime by Lawrence Block. Definitely another one I want to read. Let's see. You are absolutely gorgeous. You don't even look like you've been alive for 36 years, let alone married for 36 years. I'm not going to tell you she's in her 50s then, Fawn.
Hey, no. You just, no. You don't do that.
As I didn't tell him how far in. Maltese Falcon. Oh, yes. Maltese Falcon 2 releases in January. I did see that. I have that in my list. I've been considering it. So I don't know if I want to sully one of the greats by reading it. I'm kind of on the fence about it. Maybe I'll let you read it first and tell me if it's any good. Young AF. Well, thank you, Sephiroth. I never thought of myself as being young looking, but I'll take it. Her, yes. I can tell you that a lot of stories where we went in someplace like an R-rated movie, and she had to be checked when we were younger, and where we'd go in and buy beer, and she'd be in line with me, and they'd ask her for ID too. I said, "What, my daughter?" And they said, "Oh yeah, never mind." I'm like, "Wait a minute." They bought that. So
There was
yeah.
another time that our 25-year-old son and I were out together, and somebody came up to the car and said, insinuated that this was my boyfriend, my son. I was like, no, this is my son.
It's a little uncomfortable for everybody. Hello, punished John A. Douglas. John A. Douglas is here. Author and probably will be a YouTuber again, I'm assuming, in the future, John.
Well, hello, Mr. Douglas.
My hair is cool too. Well, oh, thanks. I just haven't cut it in like a year and a half, so that's the secret. Just don't go to a barbershop. Every time I go to a barbershop, I feel like I'm in a dentist chair, so I try to avoid it. Haircuts. But Jake, you just did a video where you talked about how great it was that the author talked about the luxurious hair that the characters had. I saw that video, Jake. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff men talk about. That is men talk. We could talk nails next, of course, if I didn't bite mine off, but cuticle care, right? Yep. See, yeah, what right there. I don't have any cuticle care. All right, what's next?
How about Sakay?
All right. Second only to Black Mask in history for the crime fiction is the Dime Detective magazine, and here's a collection from the Dime Detective magazine. Like I said, I'm going to get a lot more into this, make it part of my regular reading. I love this stuff. It's so much fun to go back and read these old books. So I'm saying, even if you don't want to read new books, there's so much old stuff that's undiscovered or that people forgot about. It's so much out there that you could just read that the rest of your life and never have to buy another book from a modern author. This is CK, The Complete Cases of CK by Paul Ernst. It is a collection from Dime Detective. Like I said, it was similar to Black Mask magazine. It was number 2 in popularity to the Black Mask itself, and they have a lot of good collections out there. This is why I shop on Amazon, because I can find stuff like this. I'm not buying a lot of modern stuff, but they do have some really cool stuff buried if you go looking for it. So, yeah, Paul Ernst. Look at that cover too. I mean, that's just cool. Skeleton down here in the corner. There you go. $20.25, Jake. All right. Yes, Jake. More cuticle care, more hair tips on your channel. I'd love that.
How about?
Speaking of Donald E. Westlake, I did pick up Lemons Never Die. I saw this on the shelf, Kevin Towell's shelf, and I was like, I've been looking for that one. I need to buy it, so I finally did pick it up. This is when he was writing as Richard Stark. So, yeah, Lemons Never Lie. Blurb by Stephen King. I don't know if that matters, but it's a rule. You have to mention Stephen King's name in a live, or you get in trouble. BookTube makes you pay the Stephen King tax if you don't. But yeah, I love the cover on this, and it sounded like fun. And like I said, I am picking up more Westlake too, and it's something I want to read. This one's a pretty short one, I think, so that one should go pretty quick. I don't know if it's any good, but we'll find out. Another book. Yes, more books. Is that a reference? Yes, to Jake was go watch Jake's video. Last video. The Stark books, yes. Hello, Gardner. Now, you guys, if you don't know, Wild Die Woodard, he's got a channel, the Wild Digest. I'm going to get him to come on and do an interview with him on a live eventually. So if you guys want to see that, let him know. I want to do it. He's had a very interesting life, and he's a new booktuber, but you should check him out. And he's got a lot to say, I bet. So, all right, I'll get there. I'll wait and see if by chance if Jimmy shows up.
That was
Westlake is so much fun. Thank you for going live. Yes. Hey, thank you for being here. I mean, I was scared nobody was going to show up. I appreciate this so much. You guys are great. Um, let's see. I'm giving it a break, but yeah, once my schedule clears up a bit next year, I'll be back to booktubing. Yeah. So John A. Douglas, like I said, if you don't know, he's a published author, writes some good stuff, and he used to be a booktuber. He had some issues that were not his fault, and apparently he's going to be back booktubing. So when he does, make sure you check him out. Let's see. I read Lemons Never Lie a few months ago. It was just okay. Fun cover, but not as intense as other work. Thanks, Alex. I'll probably still read it, but good to know. From the 60s or 70s? I don't know.
How about
No,
somebody?
wait. I need that back. Sorry about that.
You didn't tell me that.
No, I know. Sorry. From the 60s or 70s? I don't know what the date was. Sorry, that was my fault. See the original. Even if it wasn't, it was. It's 1971. Lemons Never Lie came from 1971. So right there in the border into the 70s.
70s were awesome, man.
Bestia from New Hampshire. Yes, thank you. Love New Hampshire. Haven't been there in a long time, but I did like it when I was there. Love you too. I love you all, you guys, man. Anybody that shows up here, you're my friend for life. Duncan says Lemons Never Lie is decent. All right. Not a ringing endorsement, but at least it isn't terrible. All right, Gardner, Scott's going to go check out your channel. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, Scott's got some stories. He's been out in Hollywood. He was born right here in Rochester, where I'm from and where I'm at. And he moved out to Hollywood, and he did some good things. And he's got some stories, and I'm going to make him share them with me on my channel. So I'm putting you on the spot, Scott. You're going to be here.
You guys are ridiculous.
I've led an interesting life, but I've only been on the moon once. Just once? Slacking. All right. Let's see. Thank you, Gardner. Smiley face. Yeah. Where's the beer? The beer's right here. I'd share with you, but I don't think they allow that.
You share with me.
That's good stuff. It's a chocolate porter. I like me some dark beer during the winter. Huge turn. Thank you, Thafan. Cool. I guess Goat Man. It is a release from that's the new ones are all re-released. Well, no, I shouldn't say that because the Hard Case Crimes are putting out. Hello, Kira. Are putting out new versions, so new books as well as old reprints. So.
They all came in.
Yeah, we are from the same city. I don't know. Our origin stories are the same, but we kind of diverged greatly from there. Scott had the guts to go live his dream. I had kids. Very different. Let's see. I wasn't there for the 70s, but the 80s, get my endorsement. 90s were pretty good too. She was born in the 70s. She was a baby in the 70s. She doesn't remember too much of them. Yeah, I grew up in the 80s. She grew up in the 80s. We're very, very much 80s kids. So definitely approve of the 80s. Mm-hmm. All right, what else we got?
How about somebody owes me money?
Another Donald E. Westlake. I got a bunch of them apparently.
Who owes me money? Can I have it now?
Somebody owes me money. Even a New York cabbie can get taken for a ride. I love the covers on these. They're like so evocative, but like old school at the same time. Really, they really kind of show that old pulpy feel. It's really cool. But yeah, sometimes winning feels an awful lot like losing. So yep, just keep adding to my Hard Case Crime books. Here you go. Thank you, my Vanna.
Does the cat ever come in here and harass you while you do your videos?
Yeah, sometimes. What's that Westlake book about? The prisoner who gets involved in with a group in the clink who go out in the prison and commit crimes. Something like Help, I'm Being Held Prisoner. Fun book. Okay. Let's see. And both of you had beards? No, she doesn't. She doesn't have a beard. What are you talking about?
I am.
I know you mean Scott. It's kind of a rule now on BookTube. On this corner of BookTube, you have to have a beard. If you don't have one, well, you got to grow one. It's rules.
I'm not growing a beard.
I didn't make them. I just abide by them.
Well, then maybe you should get me a beard.
I'm there, and I started a channel on YouTube to talk about books and my work at Star Trek and Outer Limits. It's been a blast. I don't know. I don't know if I'm subscribed to you. If I'm not, send me a link, and I'll make sure I will. And if I missed that, I didn't intend to. I was accidental, I do say. I love good tanker too. They are usually cat proof to spills. Yeah, I need that around here.
Yeah.
This is actually my Dungeon Master mug that I would use for gaming nights, but it's multi-purpose and it's great for any of us barbarians, for any occasion. So cheers.
Cheers.
Depends on the girth of the cat, or the sanity of the cat.
This one, he's crazy. He's attacking my shoelaces right now.
Yes, absolutely, John. We've talked about this a lot, and the new book art does not hold up to the old book art. The old book art is just it's art. It's truly art, and most of what you see today, not in every case, independent authors I think are doing some interesting stuff, but mainstream stuff in most cases they're just putting words in a simple figure on. I know Grammatic has talked about the reasoning behind that being, because you're buying on thumbnails and stuff, so you need something easy to read. Still don't like it. Us, true, us hardcore bookers, we like the interesting titles, interesting covers. Excuse me. Kids really are the dream, and all other early plans became much smaller in value after one starts parenthood. You haven't met my kids. Let's see. Agrees with you, John. Let's see. Roll for seduction. Let's see. I wanted to interview you, man, since the first time I saw the Mighty Geeks Love Dogs channel. I was like, if you want to do an interview, if you want me to come on your channel, I'll do it. I love doing this. That's why I got into it, to be able to do this and have these interactions. So yeah, if you want to do it, my email's in there. Send me something, and we'll set something up. I have no problems with that. I'd love to do it, in fact. She probably won't be there, though. Don't say, Gareth. Hell yeah, Indie Fantasy has taken the ball and run with it in the cover arena. Yeah, I actually just finished reading an arc from probably one of my favorite indie fantasy authors, Michael R. Fletcher. I just finished. He sent me his arc for a standalone. I'm going to do a review for that next week. Fun book about war dogs. It's from the point of view of a humanoid dog. It was a lot of fun, and it's a standalone, under 300 pages. You don't get that much in fantasy anymore. So yeah, I'm going to do a review on that next week. Hi, Carnets Alice. No problem. Like I said, just contact me. Weird Frequency says some amazing cover art there, Jake. I plugged the book. I'll let you know where to send this check. Yes, Scott, you know where to. Jake, send the check to Scott. Yeah, I saw the cover. I believe that cover art was done by Jimmy from News from the Gelding, right? Who did the cover art for that book? I'm sorry I wasn't able to be there for your release last night. I had work. We've had hockey teams in all night, all week for the state tournament, and it's been absolutely crazy. Just a great power of cheer. Are you talking about us? We have great smiles. That's very sweet. She's that makes her happy because she's very proud of her teeth. Scott, yes, Jake, send them the check. Yep, Jimmy did the cover. That's what I thought. Jimmy, the cover from the Weird Frequencies book that just released with a bunch of booktubers, writers in it. Not me. I wasn't asked, even though I have literally published over 40 pieces of fiction and nonfiction in my time. I wasn't asked. Maybe next time. But yes, they did just that book just did drop, and Jimmy did the art, and it's beautiful. Only 45 cents. As well, yeah. I from what I hear, that's about all you can afford. As far as that book goes. Not that you're poor, but it seems you spent a lot of money on that book, right? Is that what I heard?
How about the astounding, the amazing, and The Unknown.
All right. The Astounding, the Amazing, and the Unknown by Paul Melmotte. Now, this is what I had picked up another one of his books, and one of my subscribers suggested I pick up this one as well. He has some interesting stuff. Yeah, the original one I picked up was the Chinatown Death Club Peril. He writes about like almost metafiction about pulp authors and how they saved the world. So yeah, I trusted it. It sounded fascinating, and see, based on an incredible true episode of World War II history, Paul Melmotte's new novel is a rollicking blend of fact and fiction about the men and women who were recruited to defeat the Nazis and ended up in creating the future. Except the group is a bunch of pulp writers. So actually, like I said, I got 2 of his books, and can't wait to check those out because they sound fantastic. Where did I leave off? I wasn't asked either. They probably didn't want Orc City too powerful. That's right. That's if you haven't read John's books, check them out. They're out there, and they're pretty interesting stuff. See the dentist a lot, and the doctor a little is my motto. Hey, Glockensig, nice to see you. When did you get in? Just glad you're here. There's somewhere to grab a copy. Sadly, probably not. I had published, 30 pieces of erotic fiction, and I don't know where those would be. One of them was a children's story that was published in a magazine called The Amaranth. I have a copy, but I've never seen another one. That's not in business anymore. I had a couple articles published in Street Hockey Magazine. The third one was pending, but they went out of business. So I don't know if you can get a copy, have a hold of old copies of Street Hockey Magazine. And a couple things published in the local newspaper, the articles that I have published in our Rochester Democrat and Chronicle back in the early 90s. One was a sports article, and one was about rock and roll concerts in Rochester. And there's a couple other random horror stories that were in magazines that no longer exist. I have some copies in my attic. The copies they gave me for contributor copies, but I wouldn't know where to even find them now, unless they're somewhere on eBay. I'd have to even look up which issues they are now. It's been so long. I haven't wrote anything in, I don't know, 25 years. This is all pre self-publishing, back when it took forever. You'd send something in, wait 6 months to hear back from them or something. Yeah, this is all pre self-publishing, so I don't even remember what the goat said. What does a goat say? Is there anything like a fox? That didn't ask me either. I have one published story, and it wasn't even on BookTube at that time. Disrespectful, absolutely. Sorry about that, Sephiroth. Just now. Oh, well, either way, welcome. I'm glad you're here, Glockensig. Possible read through some of those works. It's like I was just saying, I have some copies in my attic, contributor copies, but I could probably pull them out and make copies or something if I can find them. But unless you can find some old out of print magazines and newspaper articles, I don't know. I never did finish a book. I tried. I got 3/4 through like 6 of them, but never finished one. We can put together another collection called Bizarre Oscillations. There you go. We'll compete directly with them. The Bizarre Oscillations by the Forgotten Few. All right. What do we got? Oops. Let's see. Start a story circle. There's an idea. I tried to self-publish and they rejected myself. I'm sorry. I'm sure you got some great stories, though, Doc. Let's see what we got here.
Gals and McGill.
All right. Speaking of old pulp, here is The Complete Adventures of Gals and McGill. This is it's kind of a more aero pulp, and I collect a lot of that. It's another thing I love. I have all kinds, even on my Kindle. I have tons and tons of aero pulp, and I'm hoping to do a read through. I'm trying to collect all 60 issues of G8. 2/3 of the way there or more, and I'm going to try to read through those next year, and I'll probably talk about those on the channel. as long as I still have a channel. But yes, this is actually the first book. I think there's more than one. Yeah, volume one. This is 1927 to 1929. Gales and McGill. So the complete air adventures of. So I don't know if any of you ever heard of that. If any, I don't think anybody else here really is into. I know somebody mentioned they like G8 too, but I don't know if you're, anybody else is really into the Arrow pulp like I am. I love the military esque pulpy fiction. Let's see. Sorry, circle. Sorry. Uh, I make up my own collection, maybe calling it Bitter Tears. That's what this is for. Sorry, I don't mean to like drink in front of the camera. I hope that doesn't bother anybody. If it does, let me know and I'll stop. Looks like Biggles. Yes, Biggles. Yes, again it does, doesn't it, Shuffle Whale?
How about Prince of Thieves?
More Dime Detective. Prince of Thieves, the collection, complete cases of the Prince of Thieves. So instead of a detective novel, this is actually from the point of view of a thief, a cat burglar. The charismatic Prince of Thieves as he tangles with the underworld in a series of gripping tales penned by T.T. Flynn. So from 1933 to 1935 in Dime Detective. So yeah, so he's a criminal who I guess was still a good guy because he battled the mob. But yeah, like I said, I love this stuff, and I've been collecting a lot of it lately, especially when it goes on sale because I'm cheap. But yeah, this is another one from Dime Detective novels. So Black Mask and Dime Detectives. You'll get a lot of that here. Got a whole bunch of that. Still, even like this, the covers are just kind of cool. You got the guy back there. He's got like kind of a sickle in the shadow on his hand. It's simple, but it's very cool, very effective. Who wrote Gales and McGill? Didn't I say? Can I pick Gales and McGill? I thought I said.
Oh, wait.
Hey, Penna White is retrieving it for me. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a Frederick Neville. I should have remembered that. I have a bunch of Frederick Neville that I picked up. I did the big one, the hardcover, that in Hall last month, or the month before. But yeah, it's Frederick Neville. I mean, I've gotten a few of his lately. So. Thank you, Gardner. Reading from the point of view. Oh yeah, I'm fun. Yeah, I'm definitely a fan of the point of view of the character. Or the bad guys. I think bad guys are way more interesting than the good guys. They're not just their motivations, but just seeing that side. And I think as all of us geeks, especially, are very very into the bad guys. I mean, you think about no matter what you like Batman. If Batman wouldn't be Batman without the Joker, Luke Skywalker wouldn't be Luke Skywalker without Darth Vader. I think the villains make the heroes, and villains can be way more interesting. So, Jake, I saw Michael Vaughn hold up a book up. Yes. All right. So by Don. Yes. All right. So Gardner, I have a bunch of those books by Donald Kehoe and others, and I saw that video and I laughed because that's on my reading list for next year too. And in fact, I have the next two in that Devil Dog Squadron that I'm having in my cart. That was on my. I'm like reading. I'm watching Michael Vaughn's video, and I'm like, he's like reading off my reading list for next year. Handful of Hell was on my reading list. Middlemarch is on my reading list. Iliad and the Odyssey are on my reading list for next year. And I'm like, what? He's like, I think Michael K. Vaughn broke into my house and stole my reading list for 2026. So when I do my 2026 reading list, you're gonna see those same damn books show up that he did. Maybe he'll collaborate on me. I think he'll get a lot more attention though than I will for those reads. But it's just we have like such a similar reading list for next year, so that should be fun. But yeah, those that collection, those books, there's a whole bunch of them. I have just a ton of that from that series, not just the Devil Dog Squadron, but there's a company that releases tons of those, and I have probably 10 of them, and the rest of them in my cart. Mosquito Squadron and Chinese Dragon, and there's just a bunch of them. Like Frederick Neville, he did some Northwest Adventures, Mountie. So yes, I did see the collection of the Northwest Adventures, the Mountie stories. I haven't picked that one up yet, but I did see that. Wicked, yes, indeed. Roger did it. Okay. Yeah, right. Yeah, probably. But yeah, I think Monster would have at least defended the house against Roger, though. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, let me know what you think too. I'll be reading a bunch of those next year, hopefully. So maybe we could kind of talk about them. What do you have?
How about Black Mask?
I-
Murder for Pennies.
Apparently, I had these all together in my collection because there's another Black Mask book collection. This is by James Duncan. This is the complete Black Mask cases of the Parson, Murders for Pennies. So yeah, this is like I said, I don't shop Amazon because I'm looking for like the newest books, but they have these collections that I use to fill out, and there's some awesome stuff on there if you know where to look, if you know what you're looking for. It isn't all just mainstream stuff, but the thing is, you can't find these locally, and you can't find these in used bookstores unless you want to pay huge money for the old editions of the magazines, and it's just cheaper to spend $16 on something like this and get an entire collection and try and hunt down all the old dime detective paper magazines. But yeah, so more Black Mask. I think I got all the same stuff in the box together this time. All right, what else do we got?
How about Raymond Chandler?
So I have been collecting there's a 3-book collection of Raymond Chandler, and this is the 3rd one. So now I have the entire collection under these. What is it? Everyman's Library. So if you wanted to collect Raymond Chandler, they basically have it all in 3 books. They have one that's a short story collection and his 7 novels divided up between 2 other hardcovers. They're semi-affordable. At least they're about $20 a piece. So you can do it slowly, pick up one. I wanted the short story collection because the novels are easier to find individually, but then I figured just get them all in one collection. But yeah, so it's Raymond Chandler. So now I have the entire collection of Raymond Chandler's works in 3 books. And if you're going to do it, I guess it's as good as what dead way as any. Is that like his cat down there? Nice. Just noticed that. Yeah, this one has The Big Sleep, Farewell, My Lovely, and The High Window. So all 7 of his novels and a short story collection between the 3 books. It's not too bad. All right, time to have a drink. Oh.
Running deep.
All right, and because I'm old, there's a rule. Once you get past a certain age and you're a dad, you have to have submarine books. It's a rule. I don't make the rules. I'm just living by it. So when this went on sale, I did pick it up. Running Deep by Tom Clavin, Bravery, Survival, and the True Story of the Deadliest Submarine in World War II. This is nonfiction. But, once you guys are over a certain age and have kids, you have to buy submarine books. It's a rule. They don't let you in the club otherwise. But I like the inside papers on this. I think it's cool.
Oh, it is nice. I love the artwork.
Nice. This is Tom Clavin. He's pretty well known in the nonfiction universe. So he has a ton of books. I have a bunch of his Old West books about outlaws and the such. But apparently he's spreading out to World War II. And then putting things on. There we go. See, Raymond Chandler dust jacket's fine. Looks vintage. It's very clever design. Yes, they're nice. Very, very nice books. I'm off to bed. Jake kept me up until 3 a.m. last night. Wait, what were you and Jake doing until 3 a.m.? Great job, Paul. Glad you're doing live stuff now. Good luck. Thanks, Sephiros. I just appreciate you being here, man. Guess I'll never had an interest in investing in submarine books. No kiddos. Well, do you have cats? Because, it might be the same thing. Scott says goodbye, Sephiroth. Damn, I don't have a submarine book. I have some dirigible books. Well, all right, now that kind of counts. It's like air submarines, kind of. But you know the rule now, so you got to go get some submarine books. Work on that. Love World War II stories, by the way. Told you I'd come west for done. Oh, hey. Yeah. So, just met, I'm sorry if I say your name wrong, Mihalo today when he charged me $900 to get my car fixed because amongst everything else that's happened to me this week, my water pump went today. But I appreciate you showing up, man. Thank you. You said you'd show up and you did.
Very nice of you.
Yes, appreciate you getting my car back in working order because it makes life hard if I can't get to work though. So appreciate it.
You can't make money to pay you for the car you just fixed.
Jake says bye, Sephiroth. I'm just glad you shut up, Ben. All right, what do we have?
Shows can't catch chips.
Oh, more hard case crime. How about a theme tonight, I guess? I didn't even realize it. So, Earl Stanley Gardner, Jeff from Jeff's Cave of Cool Books is a big fan of Earl Stanley Gardner. He got me into it, so I started picking it up. And I was going to pick up the hard case crime anyway, so he just inspired me to start picking up Earl Stanley Gardner, also known as A.A. Fair. And this is, let's see, Fast Cars, Dangerous Women, and Cool and Lamb on the case. So this is one of the Cool and Lamb books, which is one of his long-running series. So, yes, more hard case crime to add to the collection. Got to have about 50 of them now, which means I still need about more than 80 to finish the collection. But yes. See, again, nice cover. They're just so neat. Simple but cool. This work you mentioned, Steve. How you doing, Steve? I'm glad you showed up. Nice to have you here. Yeah, so it's unpleasant, and it's been exceedingly unpleasant this week. We have a hockey tournament in house, and we have two teams, one from Connecticut, one from New Jersey, plus all the referees are staying with us, and they were partying every single night in the lobby. These referees were up drinking until after 5:15 in the morning before I could finally get rid of them. And breakfast person was already there trying to set up breakfast around them. It was absolutely insane this week. Yes, Steve is here. Gotta love Steve. Love his channel. Do Clive Cussler books count for submarine books? Some of them have some subs in them, but more focused on treasure and lost wreck. Well, I mean, we can count them. We can make an exception. Yes. Hello, KE. I am live streaming, and I was planning on doing this. Trying to make it more regular. And like I said, I have something planned, hopefully for next Saturday night, with a couple other booktubers to do kind of a book club. Not they're going to be reading anything, but kind of just discussing some stuff from other booktubers from around the world. It's going to be a nice intercontinental book club. Did you ever read or hear of To Hell and Back, originally called The Last Train? Yes, I've heard of it. I have not read it. Do you suggest it? Should I check it out? Let me know. Definitely include Edward Beach for submarine fiction. I will keep that in mind. Thank you. I do. Steve has some fantastic suggestions in many different categories, and he has cost me a great deal of money. Just kidding. But his suggestions, I have bought many of his suggestions because he makes them sound very good, and I haven't been disappointed yet. So thank you, Steve. What do we have?
The Last Stand.
All right. Mickey Spillane's The Last Stand. When I was a kid, I used to watch the Mike Hammer TV show all the time, and my grandfather had the Mickey Spillane books, and I took them from him, but never got to read them before he took them back. But so now I'm going to collect my own. This is Mickey Spillane and Max Allan Collins seem to work together a lot near the end of Mickey Spillane's life. In fact, Max Allan Collins, who I'm a big fan of, actually finished his last book that Mickey Spillane wrote. So it makes sense that he do an introduction for this. So I'm making up for it. I've been picking up some Mickey Spillane now. That's something else I'm going to get into. I heard there's so much mixed stuff. Some people hate him, so he's a terrible writer. Other people love him, but either way, I'm going to give it a try and try some of them because I've been picking up his collections too, like the Raymond Chandler ones. So yes, again, the covers just on these hard case crime books. I think this is before Titan Comics bought them, but even the ones since they bought them still look good. So it's 100 years. It's the 100th birthday for Mickey Spillane on there. Yeah, no, Steve, man, that is what I mean. When I before I got into trying to booktube for myself, that was the problem. Booktubers are and publishers and authors should really know this. There is nothing more influential towards people buying books than booktubers. Booktubers will sell more books than any other source, and I think some of you big booktubers who have been promoting these books for a while should really get more credit for sales to some of these authors because almost everything I bought at some point was inspired by what I saw another booktuber do in the last, I don't know, almost decade now. So, yeah.
Maybe you should get a portion of their proceeds.
When that'll never happen. But people survived both Nagasaki and and Hiroshima bombings. Yes, I do know that book. I have heard of it. Yeah, I don't own it, but I do know it. Now that you mention what it's about, I do remember it. Have to step away. City is having their tree lighting ceremony tonight, so walking down to check it out. Congrats on your first live, Paul. See you soon. Thank you, Scott. And yes, you're not going to get out of it. You're going to have to do a live with me. My city just did our tree lighting too. The brewery has every year does a beer keg Christmas tree. So that's Rochester's version of a Christmas tree lighting. We have a pole that lights up and a beer keg that lights up. That's Rochester. I adore Steve, even though he hurts my wallet. Steve is a booktube treasure. He says everybody hates him, but the love he gets, I don't believe that. All right, Gardner model, cover model has a 22. The Spillane cover model seems to have a 38. Spillane books must be more dangerous. Yeah, well, Steve, it's not the size of the bullet, it's what you do with it. My son read it. I haven't, but I am interested. I don't have it, so if you do check it out, let me know what you think of it. Yes, I totally agree about booktubers is saying the publishers don't know booktube exists. Yes, it's funny because I was just reaching out to a publisher that I really liked and asked if they had any review copies of stuff. They're in England, and he literally told me he doesn't know anything about the booktube. It's something he's just starting to get into, learn about, and yeah, and it's funny because I heard about that publisher from a booktuber, which would have been Jim over at Mystery and Mayhem had a book. And so I reached out to the publisher because it looked so interesting to me. And they were based in England. And yeah, they didn't know about the booktube, world. And it's weird that to me because it's true. Booktuber influence is huge on what people buy. And that's why we have to be careful. And that's why I think it's important to be honest with your reviews. And yeah, I think it's important. I think what we do, I'm going to include myself in there. I think I have some influence, not as much as the rest of you, but I think some. Indie author quietly taking notes. Good point. Yes, indie authors especially. It's hard to stand out from the crowd. But if you have a booktuber or several booktubers who read your book, or even just show it and and point out that you're there, I think it can make a big difference. And yeah, booktubers definitely should get more credit. Maybe not me, but there are some out there that should. Greetings, glad I can make the live stream. How's it been going? Hi, Samwise. I don't know. Ask everybody else how it's going. I think it's going all right. I think I'm surviving.
You're staying afloat?
I'm staying afloat. Let's see. You booktubers are dangerous. Yes, I know. Like I said, that's why I became one. I got sick of everybody else telling me what to buy and me emptying my wallet. I thought maybe I can influence somebody else for a change. Off to bed as well before I fall asleep on the couch. Thanks for the great stream. Thank you, Shuffle, for being here. I appreciate it.
Thank you for
Gotta go. Love you, man. Thank you. Love you too, Glock. Have a good one. If I loudly recommend a new released on my channel. I'll sell 50 copies, but publishers send me review copies because I wrote for the Washington Post 10 years ago. Yeah, like I said, I do watch your videos, and I have, I know you have talked about that, but even 50 copies, if they send you one and they sell 50, they're way ahead. It's going adorably. Well, thank you.
Adorably.
It's awesome. Great chat. Thank you, Gardner. No, seriously, though, get a hold of me, though. And if you want to do something on your channel, I'll be glad to. Thanks, Jake. If you're interested in having publishing authors reaching out to you, put something in your channel description, your contact information. Yes, my contact information actually is in the description. My email is right in there. So anytime you guys want to contact me for anything, my email is right into my channel description. All right. What else we got?
All right, so you have 2 left.
I hit those other ones too.
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon. So speaking of Lawrence Block, here's one I picked up this month. This is another hard case crime book. I'm running a theme this month. I didn't mean to, I swear. It's Lawrence Block's hard case crime, Cinnamon. This is his long lost book. This is the one that the publication was lost on, and they reprinted it. So that's why I think I picked it up. It's his first crime novel, lost for 50 years. So I don't know if anybody knows it or has read it, but that alone was enough to intrigue me to want to read it. So if you've read it, let me know what you think and see where it ends up in my TBR pile. No problem. Samwise, lots of success getting a few copies from Bain. No, Bain's not. Bain hasn't reached out to me. I just passed 1,000 subscribers, so I'm not expecting, a lot of people to be reaching out to me or anything. But I haven't heard from them. I haven't really read a lot of Bain. I used to collect it back in the day, but not recently. I haven't read a lot. So now I just make sure they didn't contact me, right? Cinnamon was great. Thank you, Crimson Jack Lives. Appreciate that. Cinnamon, one of Black's best. I love that novel. Got me in the hard case crime. All right, Alex. Well, thank you. I will keep that in mind. I'll move it up by TBR. Speaking of, here I did get the first collection of the Mickey Spillane books. This is the Mike Hammer collection, that is. I, Jury, The Gun is Quick, and Vengeance is Mine, which I actually hear are his best books anyway. So I did pick up, I haven't gotten here yet, the next 2. They have 4 in the collection, but the 4th is only available through ebook, which I don't know, it doesn't seem to make sense to me, but I did pick up 2 and 3, so they are coming. So I am adding to my Mickey Spillane collection. And like I said, this is a good way to do it. I picked this up, I think, for about $12. Had 3 books in it, $4 a book. And it's just as cheap as buying it used, right? But yeah, Mickey Spillane collection, volume 1, Mike Hammer. Did anybody else who used to watch the Stacy Keach Mike Hammer TV show? I know it's ridiculously not accurate compared to Spillane, but I used to enjoy it. And it's one of the reasons I got into Spillane. That, and if you're old enough to remember, the Miller Lite commercials that Mickey Spillane was in, that played during every football game that I watched. So, yeah, he was in Miller Lite commercials back in the John Madden Tastes Great, Less Filling days. I actually have 5 more sitting over there on the table. All right. Let's see. There's an adorable baby. Love the appearance of cute dog. Yes, Kit. Like I was saying, that Kit won't bother if I'm in here, but he will follow her anywhere because Mom's the one that feeds them. So, because I'm at work when it's dinner time, breakfast time. So, and in bed by the time it's dinner time. So, yes, Kit is adorable. He's my rescue. He's the one that I found hanging off the back fence and behind my house on my birthday.
He's a true mama's boy.
Fawn says hello, Kit. Can you get him up?
Kit.
Come here. Come on, up. People want to say hi. Did you see him? There's Kit. Say hi, Kit. He's half husky, half white shepherd. He was chipped when we found him, so we were able to trace him back to the original breeder and find out all his information. It was lucky. Yes, Steve, I actually have I'm doing a new book haul tonight. I have an entire book haul of used books I'm going to do later in the month. An entire giant bag sitting there of used books. This I kind of split them up between used books and new books to do it twice in a month. So this is actually the new book haul. Sorry, Steve. But I do have a used book haul coming probably 2 weeks. It's a huge bag of old books, all paperbacks though. Yes. The best Mike Hammer is a movie where Mickey Spillane plays him. Oh yes, that's right. Mickey Spillane did play Mike Hammer in a movie. I remember that. Welcome, Nick. Thank you. I'm glad you could drop by. Nick from the Book Graveyard.
Nick.
Heather says hi, Nick. Light beer for Miller. Everything you always wanted a beer and less. Yep, you do remember the commercials. I looked down, making a milkshake. Did I miss the doggo? Yeah, I think so. He's over there digging at a toy now under one of my bookshelves. So maybe he'll come back.
Kitsune.
What else do we have?
How about?
Speaking of Lawrence Block, finally got a copy of Getting Off. And no, it doesn't refer to what you think it does. It's a crime book. I swear. Let me cover up the butt. There you go. There's Kit. K, so you can see. Hey, buddy. So this book took me like 4 months to get. I ordered it twice. I ordered it used twice. And the first time it got lost, and Amazon argued with me about giving me a new copy. And so they finally canceled it. I ordered another one. It took me another month to get it from Half Price Books. But it took me like 4 months to get this stupid book. And I finally got it. So, yay. But yeah, another Lawrence Block. And this time, he originally wrote this as Jill Emerson, a novel of sex and violence. What else does Lawrence Block write? But anyway, yeah. So I finally got that for my hard case book. Yes, Dougu. I have 2 more around here somewhere. They're not as active or not as interested in. They're older, and the girl, like I said, she's a princess. She just wants to sleep and do her own thing. And he's digging under there for something desperately. What is under there, kid? It's under one of my bookshelves, trying to get something. All right, I'm gonna grab it. Another dime detective book, The Complete Cases of Mike Blair. So, like I said, dime detective novels, second only to Black Mask Crime. Love these things. They're so much fun. And it's like you get complete collections of these and just read through all the stories. So much more fun and so much easier than trying to collect them all separately. Known for his later work as a writer of bestsellers such as Jaws 2 and for classic TV shows such as The Fugitive, Hank Searles began his career toiling in the pages of Dime Detective and other popular publications. Detective magazines penning tales of P.I. Mike Blair and Sam Spade-esque detective based in San Francisco. This edition collects all 7 Blair stories along with an introduction by Searles himself. So yes, this is the writer of The Fugitive and Jaws 2 and his collection of his detective Mike Blair. So just another book to add to that growing detective collection. Getting Off was fun too. Much more recent block, and he comments on technology and social life. More like an old man than a young killer woman protagonist. I believe that. Hank Searles is fantastic. Didn't know that book existed. Steve, I actually got to show you something you don't know. You've made my night. Now I have a reason to live again. That's great. I'm actually very excited to know that. Thank you. Hey, Jeff. Jeff says hi.
Hi, Jeff.
Jeff from Jeff's Cave of Cool Books is here. Again, so I want to say thank you to Jeff. I wouldn't be doing this now if he didn't help me set this up. He called me all the way from Japan and talked me through it and did some test runs with me. So, Jeff, thank you from the bottom of my heart for helping me. Jeff is the nicest guy on BookTube or maybe on the internet, along with Jake. Don't. He hates it when you tell him how nice he is, right? So yeah, but thank you, Jeff, so much. And if you haven't checked out Jeff's channel, he does old books. He's the one who taught me about Earl Stanley Gardner. So when I picked up that book, that was because of Jeff. So yeah, he likes that kind of thing too. If you're into those kind of books, check out Jeff's channel. It's fantastic. Jaws 2 is really, really good. The funny thing is, I haven't watched Jaws 2 in so many years. I've seen the original Jaws half a dozen times over the last few years, but I haven't seen Jaws 2 in a long time. Sorry, I'm late. Just finished up my own stream on Mark from Richard. Yes, I didn't see that you had a stream with Richardson's books until like 8 hours after I posted that I was doing mine. Sorry, I didn't mean to cross over with yours. I didn't know about it. I'm sorry.
You crossed streams.
Yeah, me and Jeff Cruz crossed streams. Thank you. I feel Jake, man, you are an absolute sweetheart. So don't even try it. I know you.
You don't know.
Yes, Vaughn, Jeff does rock. Indeed, he rocks.
Go find it.
I meant Jaws 2, the book by Frank. Oh, okay. No, I haven't read the book. I haven't even seen the book. But yeah, it makes sense. Was that a novelization, or was the movie based off the book in this case? It was a novelization, though, wasn't it? I'm not sure. So many years ago, I read books and comics for 2 years, every day at least 16 or more a day. Now I just got 5 times average YouTube watcher and music listening in each category. Maybe go back to reading more, spend less time watching us try to sell you books. I don't think that's what we're doing, but it's just the side effect of it. Thank you, Scott Bonata for being here. Appreciate it. What else do I got, Heather?
How about Cold War?
This is a very new book. In fact, it just came out a couple weeks ago. This is book 2 in the Necrotech by Jonathan Marbury. This is actually, I'm surprised this doesn't get more attention on book 2. I haven't seen anybody else mention it. This is book 2, Cold War. I read the first book. It was great. It's because it's sponsored. It comes with Weird Tales. This is actually a book that's sponsored by Weird Tales, this whole series. And it is, I talked about the first book, and I definitely want to review and talk about the second book. It is Battlestar Galactica meets H.P. Lovecraft. It's absolutely, the first book was just so much fun, and of course it's from Weird Tales. So what do you expect? It's this space station gets slung off into another part of space, maybe like Space 1999 as well, and they don't know where they are or what's going on when these kind of ghosts start showing up, and there's wars that are in this, and now the ships are being run by ghosts. It's so weird and so much fun. It's absolutely crazy. Like I said, this is the second book in the series, and I read the first one and loved it. It's called Necrotech. So this is a Necrotech novel, book 2, Cold War by Jonathan Marbury. I don't know if you can see that. There's a mech on there. Yeah, the glowing eyes. So the mechs are actually run by ghosts and spirits, and they can kind of transform like some, like, how to explain, not like a Transformers kind of deal, but they're more liquid, and like I said, they're run by ghosts and spirits. It's really very cool. Cool to see Steve Donahue in the chat. Yes, it is. I'm honored. Hours. Okay. And thank you, a Thrifty Fun. I'm cool, amazing. Steve, you're way cooler than you know. And that's one of the cooler things about you, is you don't know you're cool. Jonathan is a really nice guy, by the way. Okay. I believe you. It's cool that Weird Tales is doing that for new fiction. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm surprised it doesn't get more attention, as much love as this corner of BookTube gives to the Weird Tales stuff. And the fact there's a new book kind of seems to be overlooked. And like I said, I loved the first book. It was a lot of fun. So the second book is out in the series. You may find many cool, unusual books. Well, that's the plan. So many, indeed. True Ghost in the Machine situation. Yeah, and like I said, it's very Lovecraftian in the way it's done, and it's like, if you're into like Battlestar Galactica or Space 1999, two things I absolutely loved. It has that as kind of the basis, and then the Lovecraftian aspect of it comes in. there's like ghosts and these weird monsters and spirits. It's like a dead planet where all these mechs are left strewn about, and they come back to life, being infused with the spirits of the dead warriors. It's very, very cool. Hey, Steve from Check Yourself. Hello, how you doing? Hey, Steve. Check yourself, Steve. Check your Steve. Hi, Steve. Not far from you, Steve, in New Hampshire, near Nashua. I went to BU and used to frequent the bookstores there a lot. Love going back to Boston. I haven't been, I said, in New England in so long. I loved it there. Boston is probably one of my favorite cities, along with Pittsburgh. Boston is a fantastic city. I need to get back. I miss it so much. If I ever do get back, I'm going to come see you, Steve. We're going to have wine and cannolis. You know it. Anything else? Yeah.
Right, too. Dai Kaiju.
So, speaking of Steve, he mentioned a series called Anno Dracula, and I did haul the first book, and I'm trying to collect the rest. And it's because of book 2 and 6. I have 2 on the way, but book 6 in the series, Anno Dracula 1999, Dai Kaiju, it's sold because book 2 is Dracula with the Red Baron, and I have that on the way. And this is book 6, and I'm a huge fan of kaijus. I love Godzilla and giant monsters. My cat is named Kaiju. So Steve actually suggested the Anno Dracula series, and it sounded so fascinating. I looked into it, and I picked up 1, and this is book 2. I have book 2 on the way, and this is, I think, book 4. So I picked this up used as well. This is Johnny Alucard in that series. So these are something I'm going to get into next year. I'm going to try and get all 6. I have, like I said, I have 1. I have these 2. I have 2 on the way, so that's 4. So I need 2 more. They're in my cart. I'll get there eventually. I only have so much money. But yeah, these actually, Steve was the one who talked me into getting these. Yeah, I mean, not purposely. He talked about it on the channel, and I decided to check it out. I'm not a vampire fan. I do my werewolf project. I'm a big fan of werewolves. Although nobody seemed to watch my last werewolf video, even though everybody told me how much they were looking forward to it. Why was that? Check. Right. See. Gardner loves Jeff's channel. Everyone loves Jeff's channel. Jeff's great. Sorry, I missed your stream, Jeff. I totally spaced. Yeah, I said I didn't know about it until after I had already gone to pick up my car and went to take a nap before I did this. So I only got like 2 hours of sleep today. So if I'm spacey, that's why. Yeah, that's why. Thank you.
Don't worry, darling. You're doing just fine.
Kim, a cool writer. Love the Diogenes. I cannot say that. Diogenes Club. There you go. I got it out. It takes me a minute. Diogenes Club. Jeff is one of the sweetest, smartest booktubers out there. Absolutely. Jeff is absolutely one of the sweetest, smartest. Well, I don't know if he's the smartest, but he's the sweetest. Shucks. Kim Newman is a fun dude, and Stephen Jones, all those great British horror anthologies. Also a great guy. I have some Stephen Jones somewhere. I just asked my dog, and he said, geeks love dogs.
Yep.
One of them laying right here at my feet. One of my dogs. So I appreciate that. I want dogs to love me more than people. If we can get some dogs on the stream, that'd be great. Like I said, I talked about it in my Good and Bad in the Books. I want to do something on the channel where I show off booktubers when their pets, or dogs, call it, the dogs of booktube.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And kind of include other pets, because I don't want anybody to feel left out. And that gives it'll give other booktubers, especially smaller ones, a chance to get share and get some exposure. And I really want to do that. So if anybody's interested in that, and you have a pet and you want to send me a 15 or 30-second video, it's a project I'm working on for the future. I'm going to start with booktubers, and then I'll try to include some some subscribers, viewers of the booktube videos from people. And it's something I wanted to do. So if you have, like I said, if you have a pet, especially if you're a dog lover and you have a dog, but I'm not going to exclude any pet, send them to me like a 30-second video mentioning your channel and who you are and your pet. And I want to try and put together like a video series where I show off booktubers, dogs, and pets. It's something I really want to do because I love animals. It's why I named my channel and my company, Geeks Love Dogs. So if that's something you want to be a part of, let me know, and I love to do it. If you're if you're not a booktuber, just a viewer, and you want to do it too, it's something I'm going to add a little later. I just want to start with some booktubers. So let me know if you're interested.
I'd love to see all of your pets. I would so be honored to be able to see all of everybody's pets. I love animals.
Yeah. So definitely something we're definitely interested in doing. Well, thank you, Jeff. Definitely not the smartest. I was just joking. I think you're smart. Jake, I met the drummer of Fu Manchu in Cambridge, Massachusetts a couple months ago because we both ended up in front of a used bookstore peering into the closed shop, cool band, and into books. I don't think I know that band. I might have to check it out. Talking about me there, not Paul. You might be the smart. No, I'm not the smartest. I'm not the smartest. Check your Steve. Some of my favorite people are dogs. Most of my favorite people are dogs.
Dogs are people too.
Dogs are people too. It's one of the reasons I moved to the hotel I'm at, because I was always working at hotels that, recently that didn't allow dogs. Now I got to go to a hotel where I get to play with all the dogs at night when they run out to the bathroom and on the way back in, all happy. They stop at the desk and I give them treats and I get to see them. That's the best part of my job.
They're happy now that
if we get some dogs on the stream, Steve Cuff stuff. I would love if you'd send me a 15, 30-second video of you and the bean. Definitely would love to include it. I was hoping you would. I'd appreciate it. And it's something I want to do. I want to kind of make it a regular feature and do it like every month, just like the Dogs of BookTube. And like I said, include other people's pets, whether you have a bird or a cat or a fish or whatever it is.
I'd love to see if anybody has any snakes. I used to have a snake.
Yeah, she likes those kind of pets too. But yeah, definitely something I want to do. If you're interested, email me at geekslovedogs@yahoo.com. And that's something I want to work on. So definitely. My cats just sort of indifferently tolerate. Well, at least they tolerate. My own cats tolerate me too, so I get it. That's a very cat-like thing. There's a cat who thinks she's a dog hound. Yes, you mean Lemmy? Yes. My buddy Jim here has a very beautiful calico named Lemmy, named after Lemmy from Motorhead because of the way she purrs. Let's see. Does she woof? No, she just purrs very loudly. Or at least howl. I don't think she howls. Guinea pigs, parakeets, even a snake or two. Good. Yeah, that's something I really want to do. Especially, my channel being named Geeks Love Dogs. It's something that I was focusing on for 2026. So it's a lot of what I've been doing this year is trying to learn what I needed to do, what I wanted to do, learn how to do this so that I could streamline it and get my channel in order. And that is something I want to do. So definitely, if you're a smaller booktuber, just want another chance to, put your name out there. Not that I'm huge or anything, but I'd love to help in any way I can. And I just love to, I'd love animals, any kind of animals. If you have a pet giraffe,
I'd love to see that.
If you have a pet giraffe, definitely show me. I love giraffes.
Did I ever tell you I want a hippopotamus for Christmas?
Yes, she wants a hippopotamus for Christmas. The most deadly animal in the world, but we want in the house. So definitely interested in doing that. If you have any interest, send me the video. So email me and we can talk about it. Which YouTubers have snakes, Steve? Jeff asks. Most of BookTube's dogs are more loved than their humans. That is truth, and understandably so. Hi. She just wanted to say hi. So he just wanted to say hi. Hi, May? Is that it, right? Hi, May. Well, hello to you too. Thank you for stopping by. Love animals. Sadly, we don't have any here at our place in Osaka. No pets allowed in our rental house. Yeah.
Oh, they're so sad.
I've been there. I understand.
But we snuck them in anyways.
But I love to see lots of pooches being walked in the park nearby. Absolutely. Motorhead cat. Lovely. Yes. All right. So that's about all I have right now. I am going to do halfway through the month a used paperback book haul, probably a couple weeks from now, because I hadn't done one of those in a while. I have like 3 bags of books. I'm going to split them up and do like one a month to get through them. So the used books, the paperback books, are coming, and if anybody else has anything to say, like I said, oh yes, I definitely want to check it out. I want a pet giraffe. I want a pet giraffe now. If you could get one, you let me know. They won't let me have one. That is sad, Jeff, but I bet they allow children. Yeah, I've often wondered about that. They don't allow pets. You have to pay extra in some places. They don't allow pets. I have never met a animal of any kind that does half the damage and half the destruction of a child, but yet children are allowed. It doesn't make much sense to me. If you have kids, maybe they should be more worried. I have every one of my kids did more damage than any of my animals, and I have huskies.
Oh, one of them ate the couch.
Got to roll later, skaters. Yep, I'm about to close up soon too, Jake. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it so much.
Thanks, Jake.
Bye, Jake. Hey, Fawn, I'm going to say goodnight for now. Yep, keep up the great work. Thank you, Fawn. Thank you. I said, have a good night. I'm going to close up soon.
Bye, Fawn.
Well, I'll stay as long as you guys want to talk, though. But otherwise, I'm out of books for the moment. Not out of books, just out of books I had ready.
Definitely not out of books, honey.
Bye, Jake. Bye, Jake.
Bye, Jake.
Bye, Thrifty Fawn. Who was that silver fox in the background? My wife. This is my wife, Heather.
Silver fox.
That's not silver. It's blue.
It's
She's
blue.
Blue hair. Bye. Goatman says goodbye.
Goodbye, Goatman.
My son is definitely more destructive than any pet. Absolutely. Did I miss the beer? No, I have the beer. I've been drinking the beer. I just don't want to drink in front of everybody. I feel bad once I started doing it. I'm definitely thirsty now, though.
Now that you mention it.
But I do have beer waiting. In fact, I have an entire 4-pack of Ironheart Root Beer Stout. A small brewery, Warhorse Brewing Company. Look at that label. It's got a dog on the back of a motorcycle. Skeleton dog.
Cool.
So it's Root Beer Stout. This is, what is this? How local is this? Yep, it's from Geneva, New York, just down the street. So, 6.8% alcohol. I'm going to drink that at some point soon. But yeah, I got a 4-pack of that waiting. I just did more talking than drinking. That's problematic. Our rabbits did a lot of damage. Yeah, we had rabbit at one point. They are pretty destructive. Maybe not more than our kids, but I'll never tell them that. It kept eating our cords. We had the phone cords, the plugged in the portable phone, and it kept biting through the cords and shocking itself and running away, and then coming back, and we chase it off, and he'd come back and bite the cord again. Rabbits aren't the smartest.
But he loves playing with kaiju.
Don't drink on camera in front of Steve D. I know, I shouldn't. I feel bad about doing that. He's not wrong about that. Watching people drink like that in front of the camera, it is kind of weird. So don't feel bad. Enjoy that beer. I just feel bad, like drinking on camera. It's kind of gross. Thanks for the stream. Thank you, Alex. Thank you for being here.
Thanks, Alex.
A great first time experience. Bon voyage. Thank you. Have a good night. Yep. Do you know anyone in the chat, Greek Man? You have really good knowledge. Oh, you mean Geek Man? Do I know anybody in the chat? Oh, yeah. I know many people who are in the chat. I have a lot of what I consider my BookTube friends in here, people that I admire, people I really like. Yeah, definitely. So was it AMC Kingdom 111? Yeah, these many of my what I consider to be friends are in here. And thank you. I don't have a number on how I cannot locate how many people are in here. So I don't know how many are in the stream at this moment. I was at 15 at the moment. I did have a few people leave, so I don't know what the high was. But I appreciate you all being here so much. I was actually terrified that I was going to be the only person here. That's why I brought my wife. So I had somebody to talk to in case nobody showed up. Don't drink myself, but I wanted to be sure you lived up to the title of your live stream. Yes, I know. Sorry about that. I was hoping you guys would bring beers for yourself. Hey, Paul, get Heather on your videos more. Two of you have wonderful chemistry. Well, we've been together like 36 years in March. So if our chemistry didn't work, that might be problematic. Noah, hey Noah, how you doing? So Noah is an author, and I had reviewed his book very recently. And next month, I'm going to do a stream with him where I interview Mr. Frager. Am I not, Noah? Now that I said it publicly, you're bound to do it. So yeah, see, it's not scary. He's a little nervous to do it, and I want to tell you, Noah is a fantastic guy, incredibly talented. He's a writer. He's a sculptor. He does some really fun YouTube videos. So encourage him. He's a little nervous to come on and do an interview with me. Encourage him. I think you'll have a really good time with him once he loosens up. He's a fantastic guy and a very, very creative guy. So yes, encourage him. Thank you for showing up, Noah. You know me. I know. Yes, I know you. I know you. Nice to meet you, Mrs. Geek Love Dogs. Your blue hair is giving. Her name is Heather.
My name is Heather. Yes, thank you.
But Mrs. Geeks Love Dogs works too.
I'm okay with that.
I'm your bass man from Spaceman. Nice. Bassman from Spaceman. I can read. Well, congrats on your first live stream. Thank you so much, AMC Kingdom. Zetro Tech. Zetro Zelic. Thank you. Oh, no beer for me, just milkshake. Oh, milkshake sounds good, though. I love a good milkshake. Shake Shack just had these banana pudding milkshakes that were fantastic, but they stopped selling them. No, some of us have nerves. Yes, you don't have to have nerves. Guys, tell him. He's got to make an appearance. Milkshake's better than beer. They're not wrong. Lots of YouTubers drink beer and eat on live, plus cook. They do 6 hours live IR more. The ones that cook too. Yeah, I know. I'm self-conscious about it. I watch some streamers who do, sit there and drink, and it kind of freaks me out too. And I don't want to kind of gross other people out. Geeks love Heather.
What?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Dogs
love Heather.
Smash that, stir up those algorithms, people. Smash that like and stir up those algorithms, people. Absolutely. Smash the like and stir up the algorithms. I like your thinking. Oh, by the way, you have a beautiful dog. Is that a shepherd?
What?
I see in your profile, AMC Kingdom. Is that a shepherd or is that a Belgian? It looks like a shepherd. My eyes are bad.
Tiny picture size.
To Steve. Yeah, so if you look at AMC Kingdom's profile picture, he's got a very beautiful dog himself. So it looks like a shepherd. Could be a Belgian. I'm not sure. Heathers love dogs. Yes, they do. She likes dogs more than people.
Definitely. If I could just live in a world with just dogs, I'd be happy.
It's a Czech shepherd. Okay, so I wasn't wrong. All right, guys. Thank you so much for showing up. I appreciate you. Noah, I will see you on a stream where I interview you in January, right? If you're still here. I appreciate you all for showing up. Thank you so much. I was so nervous to do this. This is my first live stream. It's something I wanted to do a lot more of, and I appreciate you guys. So thank you, and have a good night. And remember, the secret is Zen. Read books, pet dogs, listen to metal, and I will see you guys later. Dogs in paw. Steve's just randomly saying things now. So I'm going to do the awkward thing where we try. Well, I'm going to check with everybody else first. Thanks, Paul. Great job on your first stream. Take care. Bye, Heather. Hopefully, Jeff, I will see you next week on a stream. Hint, hint, people. Great stream, my friend. Thank you, Crimson Jack. It's a date, my friend. All right. I got him now. We hooked him. So look for me interviewing the sci-fi author Noah Frager in January. You see it. He's officially agreed to do it. So
you heard it here first.
I'm going to make him my first author. I have other authors who have agreed to come on and talk to me, and other booktubers. And Noah, I'm going to try to make Noah my first author. So be here for that. You did great. Thank you, K.E. Hope I say that right. Great stream. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Steve. I just missed you. I'm sorry. 85 Dresden. I'm sorry. I'm glad you made it for a minute, though. You can always watch the replay, I hope. Thank you so much. This was a lot of fun. I
Watch
appreciate
the
it.
next one.
Did fantastic, and have Heather sit in often. Maybe that's up to her and what's going on. I don't want to put her on the spot too much.
I'm not very active.
Bye, Heather. Nice to meet you
Nice
from
to meet
KE.
you. Thanks for showing up.
Let's see. Bye, Jim. Thank you, Jim. I hope you feel better. I tried to get Jim.
You.
I tried to get Jim to do a stream from his hospital room, but understandably he wouldn't. But hopefully after he gets out and home, we can get him on.
Get better soon.
Yes, get better soon. Bye, Gardner. Love you. Take care. Love you too, man. Yay. 27 likes. That's pretty good. Wow. I am blown away. Thank you guys
That's
so
great,
very
guys.
much.
Thanks for liking.
I appreciate that. Recently found your channel, really enjoying it. We'll definitely watch the replay. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Every one of my videos is not going to be great, but hopefully you'll stick with me through the bad ones. No way from the hospital, maybe later. Yeah, no, I understand that. I completely understand why you wouldn't want to do a video from the hospital, Jim.
That makes sense.
But I thought I'd ask. It couldn't hurt to ask. All right, guys. Anyway, thank you so much, man. I appreciate this. I cannot tell you how happy it made me. I was so nervous and terrified that nobody would show up, and you guys are fantastic. And so until next time, because there should be more. And like I said, there very possibly I will be doing a live stream with a couple other booktubers next Saturday night. So mark it on your calendars. I will put up a post about it soon. And I will see you later. Thank you so much, and have a good night. I can't tell you how much this means to me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.